रघुपति राघव राजा राम, पतित पावन सीताराम। 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 सीताराम भज प्यारे तो सीताराम। सीताराम सीताराम भज प्यारे तो सीताराम। रघुपति राघव राजा राम, पतित पावन सीताराम। रघुपति राघव राजा राम, पतित पावन
सीताराम।
ईश्वर अल्लाह दे दो ना, सबको सम्मति दे भगवान। ईश्वर अल्लाह दे दो ना, सबको सम्मति दे भगवान। रघुपति राघव राजा राम, पतित पावन सीताराम।
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 पतित पावन सीताराम।
पतित पावन सीताराम।
Namaste devotees. It's a pleasure to see you all once again this morning for our Sunday Pravachan. But before I begin my katha, I will hand over to Pandit Yogesh. We will first do our Lingam Puja, followed by our Bhog and Prasadam offering. So if you all have flowers, please make one line and proceed as we perform Lingam Puja. Thank you.
वासुदेवा श्री कृष्ण गोविंद श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारी हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेवा नाथ नारायण वासुदेवा हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेवा हे कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारी हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेवा श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारी हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेवा हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेवा लिंगम निर्मल भाषित शोभित लिंगम मधुक विनाशक लिंगम तत् प्रणामि सदा शिवलिंगम। ओम नमः शिवाय। ओम नमः शिवाय। हरि ओम नमः शिवाय। देव मुनि परवाचित लिंगम कामनिधं करुणाकर लिंगम रावण दर्प विनाशक लिंगम तत् प्रणामि सदा शिवलिंगम। ओम नमः शिवाय। ओम नमः शिवाय। हरि ओम नमः शिवाय। सर्गुसुगंधित सुल्पति लिंग बुद्धि विवर्धन कारण लिंगम सीधे सुरासुर मुंदित लिंग तत् प्रणामि सदा शिवलिंग। ओम नमः शिवाय। ओम नमः शिवाय। हरि ओम नमः शिवाय। महामणिभूषित लिंगम फणिपति वेश शोभित लिंगम दक्ष सुयोग विनाशक लिंगम तत् प्रणामि सदा शिवलिंग। ओम नमः शिवाय। ओम नमः शिवाय। हरि ओम नमः शिवाय। कुंभ कुंभ चंदन लीपति लिंगम पंकज हार सुशोभित लिंगम संचित पाप विनाशक लिंगम तत् प्रणामि सदा शिवलिंगम। ओम नमः शिवाय। ओम नमः शिवाय। हरि ओम नमः शिवाय। भक्ति विरेचक लिंगम दिनकर कोटि प्रभाकर लिंगम तत् प्रणामि सदा शिवलिंगम। ओम नमः शिवाय। ओम नमः शिवाय। हरि ओम नमः शिवाय। सर्व समुद भवकारण्य लिंगम असि दरिद्र विनाशक लिंग तत् प्रणामि सदा शिवलिंग। ओम नमः शिवाय। ओम नमः शिवाय। हरि ओम नमः शिवाय। सुर गुरु सुर नर पूजित लिंगम सुरवन पुष्प सदा चित लिंगम परत परम परमात्म लिंगम तत् प्रणामि सदा शिवलिंगम। ओम नमः शिवाय। शिवाय। ओम नमः शिवाय। हरि ओम नमः शिवाय। हरि ओम नमः शिवाय। हरि ओम नमः शिवाय।
बोले शंकर भगवान की जय। बोले उमापति महादेव की जय।
नमो महादेव शंभो, नमो सदाशिव ओम। जय परमेश्वर, जय भुवनेश्वर, जय शिव शंकर ओम। नमो महादेव शंभो, नमो सदाशिव ओम। जय परमेश्वर, जय भुवनेश्वर, जय शिव शंकर ओम। नमो महादेव शंभो। भवानी शंकर उमा महेश्वर गिरिजा शंकर ओम। भवानी शंकर उमा महेश्वर गिरिजा शंकर जय शिव शंकर ओम। नमो महादेव शंभो, नमो सदाशिव ओम। जय परमेश्वर, जय भुवनेश्वर, जय शिव शंकर ओम। नमो महादेव शंभो, जय परमेश्वर, हर हर महादेव गौरी मनोहर, हर शिव शंकर ओम। हर हर महादेव गौरी मनोहर, हर शिव शंकर ओम। दुख हर लेकर सुख भर दे कर, जय शिव शंकर ओम। दुख हर लेकर सुख भर दे कर, जय शिव शंकर ओम। नमो महादेव शंभो, नमो सदाशिव ओम। जय परमेश्वर, जय भुवनेश्वर, जय शिव शंकर ओम। पार्वती शंकर गंग जटाधर, करुणा शंकर हो। पार्वती शंकर गंगा जटाधर करुणा शंकर हो। नीलकंठ धर अखिलेश्वर धर जय शिव शंकर हो। नीलकंठ धर अखिलेश्वर धर जय शिव शंकर हो। नमो महादेव शंभो नमो सदाशिव। जय परमेश्वर जय भुवनेश्वर जय शिव शंकर महादेव शंभो नमो सदाशिव। जय परमेश्वर जय भुवनेश्वर। शिव शंकर नटराज सुंदर हर हर शंकर ओम। शिव शंकर नटराज सुंदर हर हर शंकर ओम। जय डमरूवर जय कैलाश्वर जय शिव शंकर ओम। जय डमरूवर जय कैलाश्वर जय शिव शंकर ओम। नमो महादेव शंभो नमो सदाशिव। जय परमेश्वर जय भुवनेश्वर जय शिव शंकर ओम। जय शिव शंकर ओम। जय शिव शंकर ओम।
पवन उड़ा कर ले गई रे मेरी माँ की चुनरिया। पवन उड़ा कर ले गई रे मेरी माँ की चुनरिया। पवन उड़ा कर ले गई रे मेरी माँ की चुनरिया। माँ की चुनरिया मेरी माँ की चुनरिया। माँ की चुनरिया मेरी माँ की चुनरिया। पवन उड़ा कर ले गई रे मेरी माँ की चुनरिया। पवन उड़ा कर ले गई रे मेरी माँ की चुनरिया। उड़ के चुनरिया कैलाश पर पहुँची, उड़ के चुनरिया कैलाश पे पहुँची। गौरी जी को मन को भा गई रे मेरी माँ की चुनरिया। गौरी जी की पवन उड़ा कर ले गई रे मेरी माँ की चुनरिया। उड़ के चुनरिया अयोध्या में पहुँची, उड़ के चुनरिया अयोध्या में पहुँचे। माता सीता को मन को भा गई रे मेरी माँ की चुनरिया। सीता को मन को भा गई रे मेरी माँ की चुनरिया। माँ की चुनरिया मेरी माँ की चुनरिया। माँ की पवन उड़ा कर ले गई रे मेरी माँ की चुनरिया। उड़ के चुनरिया गोकुल में पहुँचे, उड़ के चुनरिया गोकुल में पहुँचे। राधा के मन को भा गई रे मेरी माँ की चुनरिया। राधा के मन को भा गई रे मेरी माँ की चुनरिया। माँ की माँ की चुनरिया मेरी माँ की चुनरिया। पवन उड़ा कर ले गई रे मेरी माँ की चुनरिया। उड़ के उड़ के चुनरिया संग मंदिर में पहुँचे, उड़ के चुनरिया मंदिर में पहुँचे। उड़ के अरे मंदिर में पहुँचे। भक्तों के मन को भा गई रे मेरी माँ की चुनरिया। भक्तों के मन को भा गई रे मेरी माँ की चुनरिया। माँ की गिरा कर ले गई रे मेरी माँ की चुनरिया। पवन उड़ा कर ले गई रे मेरी माँ की चुनरिया। माँ की चुनरिया मेरी माँ की चुनरिया। माँ की चुनरिया मेरी माँ की चुनरिया। पवन उड़ा कर ले गई रे मेरी माँ की चुनरिया। पवन उड़ा कर ले गई रे मेरी माँ की चुनरिया। पवन उड़ा कर ले गई रे मेरी माँ की चुनरिया। मैया तेरे सामने मक्खन लुटिया लुटी लुटिया कनक लची लुटिया तेन सिरे सन्ने सन सुट्टा तेनिया तेन शेखा रुचि रुचि भोग लगाओ मेरे मोहन। सियापी की। गारती श्री रामायण जी की, कीरते कलित ललित सियापी की। गावते ब्रह्मांड की मुनि नारद, वाल्मीकि विज्ञान विशारद। सुख संतन सरेश अरुशारद, वर्णि पवन सुत ही रतनी की। आरती श्री रामायण जी की, कीरते कलित ललित सियापी की। जय राम जय जय रामा, श्री राम जय राम जय जय रामा। श्री ब्रह्म पुराण अष्टदश, गावते ग्रंथ न सब क्यों रस को। बंचन नायक चंकारी सो सर्वसे, सात माते तब विधि तुलसी की। गावती श्री रामायण जी की, कीरते कलित ललित सियापी की। श्री राम जय जय रामा, श्री राम जय जय रामा। अरुगट घट संभव बुनि गानी, पाँच आदि कभी पूंज बखानी। मात मास हीर की। आरती श्री रामायण जी की, कीरते कलित ललित सियापी की। श्री राम जय जय रामा, श्री राम जय जय रामा। श्री राम की, बजरज किंगारे मुक्ति ज्योति की। पन्नों के कवचों नियमी की, तात माते कब विधि तुलसी की। आरती श्री रामायण जी की, कीरते कलित ललित सियापी की। शरति श्री रामायण जी की, कीरते कलित ललित सियापी की। श्री राम जय गणेश देवा। माता जाकी पार्वती पिता महादेवा। जय गणेश जय गणेश जय गणेश देवा। माता जाकी पार्वती पिता महादेवा। एक दंत दयावंत चार भुजाधारी, माथे सिंदूर सोए मुस्त की सवारी।
माइक चाहिए आपका। साउंड नहीं जा रही बात।
अंधन को आँख देत कुड़िन को काया, अंधन को आँख देत कुड़िन को काया, भंजन को पुत्र देत निर्धन को माया, भंजन को पुत्र देत निर्धन को माया। भव से पार करो नाथ भजन करो तेरा, भव से पार करो नाथ। लदुअन को भोग लगे संत करे सेवा, लदुअन को भोग लगे। जय गणेश जय गणेश जय गणेश देवा। माता जाकी पार्वती पिता महादेवा। जो तेरा ध्यान करे ज्ञान मिले उसको, जो तेरा ध्यान करे। छोड़ तुझे और भला धावो में किसको, और भला धावो में किसको। हे देवा कृपा करो कष्ट हरो मेरा, हे देवा कृपा करो कष्ट हरो मेरा। जय गणेश जय गणेश जय गणेश देवा। जय गणेश जय गणेश जय गणेश जय गणेश देवा। जय गणेश जय गणेश जय गण। माता जाकी पार्वती पिता महादेवा, माता जाकी पार्वती पिता महादेवा। माता जाकी पार्वती पिता महादेवा, माता जाकी पार्वती पिता महादेवा। वर्णानामृत संघाना, रसानाम छन्दसामपि। मंगलानां च कर्तारौ, वन्दे वाणी विनायकौ। भवानी शंकरो वन्दे, श्रद्धा विश्वासरूपिणो। याभ्यां विना न पश्यन्ति सिद्धाः स्वान्तहस्तमीश्वरम्। जो सुमिरत सिद्धि होय, गणनायक करिबर बदन। जो सुमिरत सिद्धि होय, गणनायक करिबर बदन। करौ अनुग्रह सोय, बुद्धि राशि शुभ गुण सदन। मूक होय बाचाल, पंगु चढ़ै गिरिबर गहन। जासु कृपा सो दयाल, द्रवौ सकल कलिमल दहन नील सरोरुह श्याम तरुण अरुण बारिज नयन करौ सोमम उर्धाम सदा चिर सागर सयन कुंद इंदु समदे उमारमन करुणायन जाहि दीन परने करौ कृपा मर्दन मयन बंदौ गुरु पद कंज कृपा सिंधु नर रूप हरे महामोह तम पुंज जासु बचन रवि कर निकर सियावर रामचंद्र पर जय शरणम. So the Katha today reflects on the 9 ways of devotion in our Sanatan Dharma. And these 9 steps were told by Bhagwan Sri Ram himself in Aranyakand of the Sri Ram Charitamanas. The context of the way of these 9 ways of devotion, how this came up was because of a young woman who became old, and her name was Shabari. She had a heart of gold, and she was welcomed with warmth in the ashram of a sage, Matanga Rishi. And she lived peacefully there, performing her sewa in the ashram. And as Matanga Rishi was about to depart this world, he asked, Shabari, is there anything I can do for you before I leave this body? And she replied, well, take me with you. I want to go to the highest abode wherever you are going. And Matanga Rishi replied, no, you're going to stay here because one day Bhagwan Sri Ram will come to see you, and then after that you will come to see me. So since then, Shabari has anticipated eagerly the arrival of Sri Ram every single day. She would go to the forest and collect berries. She would taste them. She would eat half of them. And if it was sweet, she would put it in the basket to offer to Sri Ram. And the bitter ones she would throw right out, because she only wanted the best of offerings for Bhagwan Sri Ram. And that day finally came where Shabari met Sri Ram, and that is where we will begin our Katha today. कंड मूल फल सुरस अति दिए राम कहुआनी प्रेम सहित प्रभु खाए बारंबार बखानी सिया वर रामचंद्र पर जय शरणम. ओ मंगल भवनय मंगलहारी मंगल भवनय मंगलहारी द्रवौ सुदशरथ अजय बिहारी राम सिया राम जय जय राम राम सिया राम जय जय राम. ओ पानी जोड़िया गे भई थारी प्रभु ही बिलो की प्रीति अति बारी राम सिया राम जय जय राम राम सिया राम जय जय राम. ओ के ही विधिया स्तुति करऊं तुम्हारी। अधम जाति मई जड़ मति भारी। राम सिया राम जय जय राम। राम सिया राम जय जय राम। हो अधम ते अधम अधम अति नारी। तिन महमयी मति मंद अघारी। राम सिया राम जय जय राम। हो कह रघुपति सुनो भामिनी बाता। मानव एक भगत करनाता। राम सिया राम जय जय राम। राम सिया राम जय जय राम। हो जाति पाति कुल धर्म बराई। मानव एक भगति करनाता। राम सिया राम जय जय राम। हो नवदा भक्ति का हऊ तो ही पाई। सावधान सुनो धरु मन माही। राम सिया राम जय जय राम। राम सिया राम जय जय राम। हो प्रथम भक्ति संतन कर संगा। दूसरी रति मम कथा प्रसंगा। राम सिया राम जय जय राम। 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 So, as Shabri met Sri Ram, she offered her berries to Sri Ram, and he happily began to eat them. And Lakshman said, Bhaiya, what are you doing? These berries are half eaten. They're not even good. And Sri Ram replied, you know what? These are some of the best berries that I have ever had, and nothing compares to the berries that Shabri has given me. Once it is offered with love, I will take it with great joy. And I'm not saying don't eat half a banana and come offer it to the mandir here, but your offerings at the mandir should be with a pure heart, without tasting them. And she asked Sri Ram, I am such a frail old woman, and one of the lowest of the low. How can I worship you with the utmost of devotion? And he responded, none of that matters, no matter if you think you're the lowest of the low. Your caste, your lineage, your reputation, your wealth, your accomplishments, or physical strength doesn't mean anything. Those who follow these 9 steps of devotion will attain the highest spiritual advancements. Navada bhakti kahau tohi pahi, savadhana suru dharu mane mahi. Now I'm going to tell you these 9 ways that Sri Ram has provided us with. And I know for all of you it is impossible to memorize all 9 of these right now in this moment. And most of the times, everything's going through one. our heart and soul. Discourses and katha is important in our spiritual world, and we gain insight and knowledge into the divine stories as we're listening to right now. If you listen attentively, you can even feel immersed in the story, almost as if you're there with Sri Ram. And just by listening to a katha is one of the highest forms of devotion in Sanatan Dharma. गुरु पद पंकज सेवा तीसरी भगति अमां चौथी भगति मम गुण गण करई कपट तज गान बोलो राम बोलो राम बोलो राम बोलो राम बोलो राम राम बोलो राम बोलो राम बोलो राम गुरुपद पंकज सेवा तीसरी भगति अमां चौथी भगति मम गुण गण करे कपट तज गान बोलो राम 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 सीताराम बोलो राम जय जय राम. The third step of devotion, Guru Pad Pankaj Seva Tisari Bhakti Aman. Selfless service to the feet of your Guru without pride or arrogance. And what is selfless service? That is sewa. That is what we do on a daily basis. The blessings that someone gets in return of performing sewa fills the voids that are lacking in the life of a Guru's disciple. Performing selfless service, performing sewa without thinking about the reward, at the end, that individual will attain the highest abode. Once the disciple is following the teachings of his or her Guru, that is the ultimate form of sewa anyone could do. The fourth step of devotion, Chauti Bhakti Mama Guna Gara Karai Karat Tajigan. Singing bhajans, artis, and other devotional songs with a pure heart. Singing these praises with an innocent heart is the key to divine blessings from Sri Ram himself. Having a pure heart also shines love and peace in this Kali Yuga age that we all live in. And this last chaupai talks about the remaining steps of devotion. Shri Ram Jai Ram, Shri Ram Jai Ram, Jaya Jaya Rama, Shri Ram Jai Ram, Jaya Jaya Rama, Shri Ram Jai Ram, Shri Ram Jai Ram, Jaya Jaya Rama, Shri Ram Jai Ram, Jaya Jaya Rama. Mantra jap mam drid bisvasa, pancham bhajan sobed prakasa, chatdam sil birati bahu karma, virat nirantar sajan dharma, सातव सम मोई मैं जग देखा, मोटे संत अधिक कर लेका, अथव जथा लाभ संतोषा, सपने नहीं दे Jai Ram, Jaya Jaya Rama. Shri Ram Jai Ram, Jaya Jaya Rama. Nav mahue kahu jinke hoye. Mari purush sacharaachar koi. नवम सरल सब सन चलहीना. मम भरोस ही हर्षन दीना. सोई अतिशय प्रिय भामिनी मोरे. सकल प्रकार भगति वृद तोरे. श्री राम जय राम, Shri Ram Jai Ram, Jaya Jaya Rama. 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 The fifth step of devotion. Mantra jap mam drid visvasa. Pancham bhajan soved prakasha. Chanting Sri Ram's name with full faith is that fifth step. By chanting his name with full faith and full devotion, we illuminate that dark path with light. It helps us to clearly see the right path we want to undertake in this life. Chanting his name is a source of strength where when we fall weak, it helps us to discover our true purpose in life. It helps us take 3 steps forward when we feel that we've taken 1 step back in times of adversities and difficulties. And chanting his name alone gives us the strength, the courage, and stability to live our lives. The 6th step of devotion. Chatdam sil birati bahu karma. Nirat nirantar sajan dharma. The practice of self-control, good character, and detachment from this material world. Emotional awareness is the key to unlocking this 6th step of devotion. People who lack self-control, they tend to give in to aggressive behavior, which is harmful to themselves and the others around them. And developing the skill of self-control comes through sincere prayers and focused meditation to the feet of Bhagwan Sri Ram. The 7th step of devotion. Satav sam mohi mai jug dekha. Mote sant adhik kari lekha. Perceiving the world we live amongst as Bhagwan himself, if we reach that realization and can recognize this world as Sri Ram, we will not harm others. If we see God in everybody, if we see Bhagwan in things as little as a pebble to an animal and to everybody within ourselves, we won't want to harm them. And Sri Ram says that if everyone were to have that kind of mentality, there would be peace, love, and compassion all around this world. The 8th step of devotion. Anthav jatha labh santosha. Sapne hu nahi dekhe pardosha. Being content and satisfied with everything and what you have. That is the 8th step of devotion. This means that if achievements and defeat do not make someone happy or sad, they are above all worldly desires. Then he is 1 step closer to that highest abode with Bhagwan. And this happens when one doesn't see faults in other people. We shouldn't see ourselves as higher or superior to other human beings. We should always see ourselves as lower to everybody. Blaming or pointing out faults in other people does not make us good, but should not make us feel good, we are only limiting our own happiness and ultimately cannot make this world a happy place we reside in. The 9th step of devotion. Navam saral sab sun chalhina, mam bharos hiye harshan dina. This last step of devotion is having full faith in Sri Ram and leaving everything to the Almighty. Faith in Bhagwan leads to a state of being that does not have room for depression during life's failures or when we fail at something or we do not do something we want to do. Having full faith in Him helps us to remain calm in all situations, and it helps us to think logically and make decisions accordingly. And out of all steps of devotion, I think this one for me has stood out the most and has really helped me throughout my life since I first read this katha when I was probably 9 or 10 years old. And I always tell myself this every single day, and hopefully if something goes away with you, this does, that everything is going to work out exactly the way it's supposed to. And I find saying this is reassuring and just to let things happen, because at the end of the day, my full faith is in Sri Ram himself and nothing else. Nobody else determines anything for you or for me. And things happen for a reason. We cannot force something that isn't meant to be for us. And the best we could do is to just live life without worries and stress. And to complement this katha, we'll join together to sing this beautiful bhajan sung by Prakash Gosai ji, Aha Kashta Haran, Aha Dukkha Haran. And it says, O Ram, your name is the remover of all difficulties and sufferings. Your beauty can be seen in every single particle of this world. The reign of control of our life and the world is in your hands. Please, please ignite the light of devotion into our hearts. Aha Kashta Haran, Aha Kashta Haran, Aha Kashta Haran, Aha Dukkha Haran, Tera naam, Rama ho kamal naine wale Ram, Rama ho kamal naine wale Ram. Aha Kashta Haran, Aha Dukkha Haran, Tera naam, Rama ho kamal naine wale Ram, Rama ho kamal naine wale Ram. गट में तेरी आभा समाई, गट गट में तेरी आभा समाई, तू ही सभी का साचा सहाय, तू ही सभी का साचा सहाय, तू ही है सारे जगत का रचैया, तू ही है सारे जगत का रचैया, हाथों में तेरी लगा। आहा कष्ट हरण, आहा दुख हरण, तेरा नाम, रामा हो कमल नैन वाले राम, रामा हो कमल नैन वाले राम। कैसे सुनाए महिमा तुम्हारी, कैसे कैसे सुनाए महिमा तुम्हारी, नहीं वाणियों में शक्ति हमारी, नहीं वाणियों में शक्ति हमारी। सब प्राणियों का तू है दाता, सब प्राणियों का तू ही है दाता, सब है तुम्हारी बुलाया। आहा कष्ट हरण, आहा दुख हरण, तेरा नाम, तेरा नाम। रामा हो कमल नैन वाले राम, रामा हो कमल नैन वाले राम। हमारे भक्ति जगा दो, मन में हमारे भक्ति जगा दो, अपने चरण का दीवाना बना दो, अपने चरण का दीवाना बना दो। तेरा मधुर नाम प्यारे रमैया, तेरा मधुर नाम प्यारे रमैया, जपते रहे आपया। आहा कष्ट हरण, आहा दुख हरण, तेरा नाम, तेरा नाम। रामा हो कमल नैन वाले राम, रामा हो कमल नैन वाले राम। तुमको चाहे ध्याए न ध्याए, हम तुमको चाहे ध्याए न ध्याए, तेरी शरण में आए न आए, तेरी शरण में आए न आए। तूने सभी पर कृपा लुटाई, तूने सभी पर कृपा लुटाई, देता सभी को आराम। आहा कष्ट हरण, आहा दुख हरण, तेरा नाम, तेरा नाम। रामा हो कमल नैन वाले राम, रामा हो कमल नैन वाले राम। आहा कष्ट हरण, आहा दुख हरण, तेरा नाम, तेरा नाम। रामा हो कमल नैन वाले राम, रामा हो कमल नैन वाले राम, रामा हो कमल नैन वाले राम। Before I pass the mic, we have a little short service. There is a couple of family of Uncle Ramesh that would like to say a few words and would like to perform some bhajans. So before I pass the mic off to those people, I just want to say thank you all. I know it's kind of a short katha. We were a little time constrained because we have other members of the family who want to sing as well. So I want to give them that opportunity. But I want to say thank you all for listening to this short katha I prepared. And hopefully you've all gained some sort of wisdom or insights from the glories of the Sri Ram Charitamanas. I am simply just a messenger. Thank you. I'm simply just a youth messenger reading to you the teachings from the Ramayana. If I had made any mistakes whatsoever, again, please forgive me, mujhe maaf kijiye. And I will now pass the mic to Uncle Shiva, who said he'll make a speech. So if Uncle Shiva can come to the front. And I will call up, while he is saying that speech, Uncle Pari and Auntie Polly, please come to the front to perform bhajan. Thank you.
Namaste. We salute the divinity within each and every one of you. A wonderful rendition of Now Bhakta by youthful Rajin. Let's give him another round of applause. You know, as he delivered his katha with such eloquence and you know, such devotion and meaning, I thought about foundation and how that foundation that he alluded to, you know, at a young age, I remember him at the house of Ramesh Ji, sort of learning the Ramayana and learning music and so on. And that foundation, I thought about that foundation for Ramesh Ji himself, who is celebrating his 72nd birthday in a wonderful format here in the company of his loved ones and devotees. That foundation would have started way back in Trinidad, you know, with his siblings in a village called Sewa, Don Miguel Road. And they grew up, you know, with many siblings. I see his brother is making his way forward. I think I saw 2 or 3 of his sisters here today as well. They're a family that you know, has that foundation in devotion. And that devotion was one of the ways of devotion as well, when we talked about, you know, respecting the Guru and honoring the Guru through service, respecting your parents. Rameshji, many times, you know, he's had the good fortune of his mom being with him and spending time with her. And he has lived that life. So today at 72, he's looking as youthful as ever. On behalf of our family, I'd like to wish you, Rameshji, a very, very blessed birthday. I know you're going to be traveling to Trinidad shortly for a reunion. And I'm sure as you reflect upon, you know, the many years that you have spent here, you would have many, many stories to tell. One that comes to mind for me, and this is something that he holds very dearly in his heart. We've had the privilege of knowing him for over 15 years. And in that time, he has always portrayed a value of wanting to impart knowledge to the next generation. And I recall we were at a restaurant, sort of outlining what the curriculum would be for the Bal Vikas class, and we wrote that in the back of a napkin, and he's remembering the story. And that foundational piece that he did and the way we structured the classes and so on, he's influenced many youths. Fast forward to when the pandemic started, there was a need to continue these classes, and of course you could not meet in person. And he learned technology. He learned to use different tools, leveraging the skills of some of the people in the class, and I see Vinay is here, leveraging the skills of some of the tutors as well that helped along. And so I think you've achieved that goal, Rameshji. You know, I will go back to a stretch of the first way of devotion, and to keep good company. We have been privileged, our family has been privileged to keep your company. I want to thank you for all that you have done, and our kids too have benefited. So again, happy birthday, and thank you very much.
While they're setting up here, if I can call Uncle Vinay to the front to give a speech after they perform. Thank you.
Namaste, Jai Sitaram. Just want to wish my brother a very happy birthday. Is this coming through? I miss Pandit very much, Pandit Damodarji. I'll do a song that he loves. Also, I want to make mention that the guy who's playing tabla is my Guru Bhai. So him, Uncle Rami, and Rajan, indirectly, we all have the same Guru. And I would do a little bit of the Guru song after, then we might have to change the tabla. राम जी के नाम ले दो पाथर भिखारी राम जी के नाम ले दो पाथर भिखारी राम जी के नाम ले दो पाथर भिखारी जो ना जपे राम वो है किस्मत के मारे राम जी के नाम पाथर भिखारी राम जी के नाम पाथर भिखारी जो ना जपे राम वो है किस्मत के मारे राम जी के नाम ले पाथर भिखारी राम जी के नाम को शिव जी ने ध्याया तुलसी ने राम जी पे सर्वस लुटाया राम जी के नाम को शिव जी ने ध्याया तुलसी ने राम जी पे सर्वस लुटाया कबीरा भजन कर भय मतवारे राम जी के नाम ले दो पाथर भिखारी राम जी के नाम ले दो पाथर भिखारी जो ना जपे राम वो है किस्मत के मारे राम जी के नाम पाथर भिखारी राम जी के नाम पाथर नाम देव जपे संत करे वंदन राम नाम अमृत राम नाम चंदन राम नाम देव जपे संत करे वंदन महावीर राम नाम हृदय में धारे राम जी के नाम पाथर भिखारी राम घर घर जगाओ। राम 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 जपो राम ही धियाओ, राम नाम प्रेम ज्योत घर घर जगाओ। उनकी शरण ला, उनकी शरण ला पल न गवारे। राम जी के नाम पाथ भिखारी, राम जी के नाम जपे राम, जो न जपे राम वो है किस्मत के मारे। राम जी के नाम पाथ भिखारी, राम जी के नाम पाथ भिखारी, राम जी के नाम पाथ भिखारी। I would just like to do a little bit of. You have a. You don't have This composition is one of our Guruji. Very beautiful composition. Please pay attention to the words, those who can understand. Padhama re ga ma re ga re sa. The song is saying, "Kab tak छिपे रहोगे?" Oh Bhagawan, how long are you going to play this hide and seek game with me? How long are you going to hide from me? I want your darshan. I have been lost in my travels to find you. Please show me the way. कब तक छिपे रहो, कब तक छिपे रहो, ऐ आसमान वाले आवाज़ तुम दो, आवाज़ तुम दो, आवाज़ देने वाले कब तक छिपे रहो, कब तक छिपे रहो। कब से भटक रहे हैं तेरी तलाश में हम, तेरी तलाश में। कब से भटक रहे हैं तेरी तलाश में हम, पता न दो ऐ नाम कान वाले कब तक छिपे रहो, कब तक छिपे रहो। तूने ज़मीं बनाई तूने, फलक बनाया तूने, फलक बनाया तूने, ज़मीं बनाई तूने, फलक बनाया तूने, फलक बनाया, दीदार तुमने दीदार तुमने दुनिया बनाने वाले कब तक छिपे रहोगे, कब तक छिपे रहोगे। भगवान तुम बसे हो, आदेश हर एक शय में, आदेश हर एक शय में। भगवान तुम बसे हो, आदेश हर एक शय में, आदेश हर एक शय। कब तक नहीं मिलोगे, कब तक नहीं मिलोगे, ऐ बेनिशान वाले, कब तक छिपे रहोगे, ऐ आसमान वाले, आवाज तुम न दोगे, आवाज तुम न दोगे, आवाज देने वाले कब तक छिपे रहोगे, कब तक छिपे रहोगे, कब तक छिपे रहोगे।
Namaste everyone. Myself Vinay Kataria. You can hear me, right, everyone? Yeah, you can hear me, right? Yes. So on behalf of the Bal Vikas group, I would like to wish Uncle Ramesh a very happy birthday and happy New Year. I got connected to Uncle Ramesh like a few years ago at Pickering Devi Mandir, right? Through the Bal Vikas program that Shivaji mentioned. So right, so Shivaji and Uncle Ramesh and Jenny ji over there. So they had one mission, right? Only one mission, that to have kids that come here, right? Like little ones that come here, to basically, just like Pandit ji is giving wisdom to the bhakts here, right? The same thing, to have to part on the wisdom to the little ones who can't exactly sit here all the time. So he started that program downstairs, the Bal Vikas program, and I'm very fortunate to say that he had successfully run like the program at Devi Mandir in Pickering, and now we are running it here, right? So his only, it's a selfless service that he's doing, right? He's spending his every Sunday here, and he's spending his time to give that knowledge and wisdom to all the kids. So I mean, that's his only one goal, right? Like to give them all the fundamentals, or the basics of our Sanatana Dharma, to make sure the kids who are the future of the mandir. The mandir is not there. The future, if the kids are not coming to mandir, we don't have the mandir in future, right? So I think that's his goal, right? That the kids learn the basics, right? And I remember he mentioned to me several times that it keeps him up every night, that seeing the kids drifting away from Sanatana Dharma, and his own sole purpose is to come and give them the basics. And his basics, like the 4 B's, right? Bhajan, like you guys are doing, right? Bhajan, Bhasha, Pesh, and Bhoj, right? So again, he has so much knowledge to give to the kids, and I'm really fortunate to be connected to him. So I would really thank Uncle Ramesh and wish you a happy New Year. Thank you.
So our next item would be Auntie Polly. She'll perform a bhajan. And while they're setting up, I'd like to call Auntie Chandra to say a few words. Thank you.
Okay. Namaste, everyone, and Jai Sitaram. On behalf of Ramesh's siblings, so it's 5 of us, Parmeshwar, Radhika, and Lalita, and I. First of all, I want to say a really big thank you to the Panditjis of this mandir who creates this great high vibration atmosphere so that all of us can enjoy. Every time you walk in here, you can actually feel the higher vibrations that is in this mandir, and I think it's because of the hard work of all the Pandits who keep the vibration really high in here. Also, I'd like to say a special thank you to Rajin for this katha today. It was Maji's favorite katha from the Ramayana. So it's really appropriate that you did that for Ramesh's birthday. There is also, I just want to say, also for the volunteers, because without the volunteers who work very hard and tirelessly behind the scenes, we wouldn't be able to have these sort of occasions in the way we can celebrate them. So thank you. And now to Ramesh. He has always been, growing up with him, has always been a source of, you look at him and you see hard work and dedication. And it is something we have learned. He has always encouraged us to learn. As they say, and there are two passions he has, is learning and teaching. And as I say, the best way to actually teach is to learn. So he has done that all his life. And as everyone has highlighted, all the work he has done to help everyone, he has done that with us as we were growing up, always encouraging us. So I don't want to keep it too long because my sister Lalita has a little thing she wants to do for you. So we wouldn't take, if you can come now, we wouldn't take too long. I'm sorry, it will only take about a minute. So anyway, on behalf of all your siblings, we wish you a very, very happy birthday. And as the press say, may you live for 100 years independently. So happy, happy birthday, and we love you.
तुम्हें जन्म देने की बधाई हमारी, तुम्हें जन्म देने की बधाई हमारी। हजारों बरस की तुम्हारी हमारी, हजारों बरस की
उम्र हो तुम्हारी, तुम्हें जन्म देने की बधाई हमारी,
तुम्हें जन्म देने की बधाई हमारी, तुम्हें जन्म देने की बधाई hamaरी. So our next item actually will be Uncle Tony's two beautiful daughters here. They have violins, which you probably don't hear as often in the Manders, so I'm excited to hear what they have planned. So I'll pass it over to them. Sandhya and Shraddha, that's their name. Sandhya and Shraddha.
Hello? So while they're setting up, can everybody hear me? Yes? Okay. While they're setting up, I just wanted to say, I'm Uncle Ramesh's son, so I just wanted to say thank you for coming. And I know that my dad comes every Sunday to do the Balvikas class, and I actually have been. He's asked me to come a few times to play tabla and help out a little bit as well. And I find that when I come, I see what he's doing. He's actually, since I was small and my sisters have been small, he's always done a lot to either teach or even create plays. And he's always been involved in making sure that everyone, all of the kids have fun and learn. So anyway, that's all I'd like to say, and thank you all for being here.
Namaste everybody, Sitaram. Uncle Ramesh, a happy birthday and a happy new year. It's a thank you for inviting us, our family to the Mandir. It's the first time, and I must say, it is really nice. It feels really nice. It feels really special, and to see you again after such a long time. And Auntie Rukman, Chan, Auntie Radhika, Parmeshwar, Polly, and Rajin. I can't believe how big and tall he's gotten. So it's good to be among everybody again. Sandhya and Shraddha, they'll play something light. I ask for something in Desh, so they'll keep in the same tat, Kumar tat, and so Shraddha will play a bhajan, and Sandhya will play a short tune. Happy birthday for now.
Well, that was really amazing. Please give them both one more round of applause. Shraddha and Sandhya, thank you so much. Well, we now know our future violinists are in good hands, and they actually have one more. So, well, that concludes our little musical part this evening. Um, no, come up to the stage. But just FYI, Shraddha and Sandhya are 10 and 13 years old. Give them one more round of applause. They're doing amazing. I'm really happy to see them doing that well. Oh, 14. Sorry. Regardless, they're still young. They're still very young. Before I hand over the mic, I just wanted to say, I didn't get to say everything what I wanted to say to Uncle Ramesh. I was going to call him, and then he texted me same time saying that he's going to be sponsoring this Sunday service, and I was like, wow, everything really works out how it's supposed to. So I was very happy, very fortunate to be doing this pravachan, doing this katha for you on your 72nd birthday. And I can't thank you enough for all the time you spent with me. Every Monday evening, sometimes 1 to 2 hours we'd be spending. He'd take the time to teach me since I was 5 years old. And I'm 21 now and reading Ramayana for you. And I can't thank you enough for everything you've done for me. And obviously thank you to my parents too. They made this trip from Lindsay. And they were the ones who sacrificed their Mondays to take me to class. Sometimes they'd fall asleep waiting for me, but without their blessings, I wouldn't be who I am today. So thank you to all of them. And I will pass the mic over to Uncle Ramesh for a final. Thank you.
Namaste, everybody. Jai Sitaram. My heart is very filled because of everything, all of you being here today. But when I sit here and I see Rajin reading Ramayana, and I have the privilege to listen to him, when I see Sandhya and Shraddha perform, when I see all of you, when I hear Shiv Bhaiya say a few words, my son, my sister, what else can you ask for? Your life feels very fulfilled, and I feel that way right now. I want to thank you, Rajan. He came when he was 5 years old, and he learns because he is blessed. This child is blessed. Give him a big hand, please. And I want to thank his parents for their consistency, and they were very disciplined with him, especially you know who. What do I have to say? His mother. She was so strict. In fact, my mother used to say, Beti, she should call her and say, no, don't do that. Whenever he would come and Ma would make some bhojan for him or some chai, and she comes, she want to go because she's busy. And Ma would say, well, let the child finish the tea. Well, let the child finish the meal. So she was very, very strict, and I want to thank both of them. I remember just asking for a dictionary when we were doing Hindi. Your dad went to Trinidad and he bought 2 dictionaries. So, these things are real. And when I see all of you, the parents of the children who came to Balvikas, Vinay mentioned a few things. But, it is I feel so happy when I do it. There's nothing that I want, because I know my Guruji said, Nishkam Karam. This is my selfless service to Sanatan Dharma. So I want to thank you all for coming. And I want to thank Panditji, all the Pandits, Yogesh and Deepak and everybody. And I know there's one missing. So if I missed you, I didn't say namaste to you, I didn't greet you, please forgive me. I also want to thank all of you for taking the time. I know it's a little over the allotted time. So I'll pass now the mic to Shah.
Namaste and Jai Sitaram, everyone. I want to thank each and every one of you for coming today for Sunday service. And again, a very happy 72nd birthday to Uncle Rameshji. And also another member of our mandir who was celebrating their birthday a couple of days ago, Uncle Mohan. I want to wish Uncle Mohan a very, very happy birthday as well. Round of applause. I've also known Uncle Ramesh from, I'd say maybe from year 2000, at least from then, 2000, 2001, and he is very, very supportive, genuine, very humble individual, and I can't thank you enough for everything that you do and all the relationships you have built and grown throughout many, many years, and thank you for your selfless service, Uncle Ramesh. And for anyone that is new here, we have a Sunday service, obviously like this, every Sunday morning from 10 o'clock until 12, 12:15 sometimes, and followed by Aarti. And between that time frame, we have, like again, Uncle Ramesh runs he's in charge of the Bal Vikas class, which is for kids anywhere from 3-4 years old all the way up until 15, 16, and also their parents are encouraged to come there as well and listen. We have the classes every Sunday from 10:30 in the morning until 11:30, and today, and the last couple of weeks we did stop them because of the holidays for all the parents. But next week, again, we will be starting the classes again on the 15th of January 15th up until, again, from 10:30 a.m. to 11:30 a.m., followed by everyone will come upstairs and perform Aarti, and followed by Bhojan. So that being said, I encourage you to register your kids in these classes, or your cousins, whoever it might be. Invite them to come so we can continue growing as a community, keep our dharma going, and our culture, keep that culture growing as well. So with that being said, do we have any other announcements? Okay, with that being said, we are going to be doing Aarti now. So we'll set up 3 to 4 lines for Aarti, and followed by Aarti, Chanamrita Prasad, and Bhojan.
Check 1, 2. Check 1, 2. Om Jai Jagdish Hare, Swami Jai Jagdish Hare, Bhakt Jano ke sankat, Das Jano ke sankat, Kshan mein dur kare. Om Jai Jagdish Hare. जो ध्यावे पल पावे, दुख बिन से मन का, स्वामी दुख बिन से मन का, सुख संपत्ति घर आवे, सुख संपत्ति घर आवे, कष्ट मिटे तन का। ओम जय जगदीश हरे। मात पिता तुम मेरे, शरण गाऊं मैं किसके, स्वामी शरण गाऊं मैं किसके। दूजा, प्रभु बिन और न दूजा, आश करूं मैं किसकी, ओम जय जगदीश हरे। तुम पूरन परमात्मा, तुम अंतर्यामी, तुम अंतर्यामी, स्वामी तुम अंतर्यामी। पार ब्रह्म परमेश्वर, पार ब्रह्म परमेश्वर, तुम सबके स्वामी, ओम जय जगदीश हरे। तुम करुणा के सागर, तुम पावन करता, स्वामी तुम पावन करता। दीन दयाल कृपालु, दीन दयाल कृपालु, कृपा करो भरता, ओम जय जगदीश हरे। तुम हो एक अगोचर, सबके प्राणपति, स्वामी सबके प्राणपति। किस विधि मिलो दया में, किस विधि मिलो दया में, तुमको मैं कुमति, ओम जय जगदीश हरे। दीन बंधु दुख हरता, तुम रक्षक मेरे, तुम रक्षक मेरे, स्वामी तुम रक्षक मेरे। करुणा हस्त बढ़ाओ, करुणा हस्त बढ़ाओ, शरण परा तेरे, ओम जय जगदीश हरे। विषय विकार मिटाओ, पाप हरो देवा, स्वामी पाप हरो मेरा। श्रद्धा भक्ति बढ़ाओ, श्रद्धा प्रेम लगाओ, संतन की सेवा, ओम जय जगदीश हरे। तन मन धन सब कुछ तेरा, स्वामी सब कुछ है तेरा। तेरा तुझको अर्पण, तेरा तुझको अर्पण, क्या लागे मेरा, ओम जय जगदीश हरे। श्याम सुंदर जी की आरती, जो कोई नर गावे, जो कोई नित गावे, स्वामी जो कोई नित गावे। कहत शिवानंद स्वामी, कहत हरे हरे स्वामी, परवांचित पल पावे, ओम जय जगदीश हरे, ओम जय जगदीश हरे, स्वामी जय जगदीश हरे। भक्त जनों के संकट, दास जनों के संकट, क्षण में दूर करे, ओम जय जगदीश हरे, ओम जय जगदीश हरे, ओम जय जगदीश हरे। त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव, त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव, त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव, त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देव, त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देव। कर्पूरगौरं करुणावतारं संसारसारं भुजगेन्द्रहारं सदा वसन्तं हृदयारविन्दे भवं भवानी सहितं नमामि भवं भवानी सहितं नमामि सर्वमङ्गलमाङ्गल्ये शिवे सर्वार्थसाधिके शरण्ये त्र्यम्बके गौरी नारायणी नमोऽस्तुते नारायणी नमोऽस्तुते मन्त्रहीनं क्रियाहीनं भक्तिहीनं जनार्दनं यत् पूजितं मया देव परिपूर्णं तरस्तु मे परिपूर्णं तरस्तु मे बार बार वरमांगहु हर्षिदेहु श्रीरंग परसरोज पायनी भगति सदा सतसंग बोलो सियापति रामचंद्र की जय उमापति महादेव की जय गणपति भगवान की जय लक्ष्मी नारायण भगवान की जय बांके बिहारी लाल की जय पवन सुत हनुमान की जय हे माँ मेरी सच्चिया जोता वाली माता तेरी सदा ही जय सब संतन की जय सद्गुरु महाराज की जय सनातन धर्म की जय सनातन धर्म की जय सनातन धर्म की जय सांचे दरबार की जय सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामया सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् ॐ द्यौः शान्ति अन्तरिक्षं शान्ति पृथिवी शान्तिराप शान्ति ओषधयः शान्तिर्वनस्पतयः शान्तिर्विश्वे देवा शान्ति ब्रह्मा शान्ति सर्वभूत शान्ति शान्तिरेव शान्ति सामा शान्तिरेधि ॐ शान्ति 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 हरि ओम everyone please bow down गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देव महेश्वरा गुरुर्साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः हरि ओम शांति 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 हरि ओम वो श्री रामचंद्र भगवान की जय. Everyone please take aarti and prasadam is at the back of the mandir and bhojan will be served downstairs. I am doing Sunday service again next week Sunday. For those of you who want to join, if you're available, please come. And again, Namaste Sitaram and thank you all.